So hello once again, traders and potential future traders. So within this presentation, I would like to give you more details about my story, about my experience, and also about TCE Trading and the AB Trading course. Just before starting, I would like to say that most of the course videos that you will find are mostly unscripted, and the reasoning is because I want to give a real opinion based on my experience and also based on the markets that I'm actually going through. Another thing is that this course is gonna be very different from others. Usually what you will find out is that most courses try to sell you kind of this holy grail, or one magical system that will work 90% of the time or 99% of the time. And a lot of those systems, while they might work in certain circumstances, they are not teaching you the underlying knowledge that you require in order to be a successful trader. Now, here what I do with the AB Trading course, and I will mention a little bit more, is grabbing kind of this analogy or this story where if you give someone a fish, you might make them happy for a day, right? But if you teach someone how to fish, then they will be grateful forever. So this is kind of like the approach with the AB Trading course, and the reason is because I want to teach you the process not only of learning the background theory, all these different indicators, technical analysis, etc., but also understanding not only the risk management but the trading psychology, and then be able to create your own trading strategy, your own trading system, and be able to test it to see if it's actually gonna be profitable in the long run or if it's not gonna be profitable. And this is very important because, again, you are gonna be able to know for sure, or at least from a statistical standpoint, if you are gonna be successful or not. So to start off, I want to talk a little bit about my story. So I'm a cryptocurrency trader and market analyst at Alpha Chain Capital, and as I said before, founder and mentor of TCE Trading. So I've been giving out mentorship to some of my students during the past weeks and the past months, and this is something very special because you are getting a very good deal. Because of course, I remember when I started giving classes, I basically only had kind of like a PowerPoint presentation, and I did Zoom calls, one-to-one sessions, and that was it. Now I have more infrastructures. Now I have even a free podcast that you can also listen to, and I have more variety of content, which only helps you to have a better education and more accessible, of course. Now, in terms of my story, I started trading binary options, and if you know about binary options, you will know that this is basically gambling, because you don't only try to predict the market, but you try to predict it within a certain time frame. Of course, when I started doing these binary options, I did not know better. I thought that was actually investing, and because of all the marketing, again, and I'm gonna focus a lot of this, the reason because trading has a lot of misleading marketing in terms of getting you to use different financial products and so on. So to make things short, I did lose a lot of money with binary options. Then I tried again FOREX, and I joined different free webinars, free courses, kind of this education that they were telling you, if you join this broker, then this course is for free. So I started doing that, but then I realized that they don't have kind of like the best education available, and of course at that time I wouldn't have known better. Now this, in fact, it's what created or this feeling of trying to really achieve what successful trading is, because of course at some points I have made a lot of money, but the main point is how you can conserve that money and how you can develop a system. So since 2017, more or less, that's where the cryptocurrency boom happened, and that's where I started really kind of becoming more professional in that sense. This is another reason why I joined a prop trading firm, just to become more professional, and of course having more backing in my curriculum. As you will see, even if you search for my name in LinkedIn, you will see all the background that I have, not only on engineering but also on financial services and different investments courses. So that's pretty much about me. This is a very important quote that I say: trading is more about you than it is about the market. It's all about risk management and psychology. You will see, and you with further reading, you will find out that people do not trade the markets, right? People don't trade, I don't know, the S&P or at a specific pair or Bitcoin based on the price itself. In reality, what people trade is their beliefs on the market. Okay, let me be clear again, that what people trade on is their beliefs, their own beliefs on the market. If people think that the market is gonna go up, of course they're gonna start buying, and if they're scared and they think the market is gonna go down, they are gonna short. But they don't really do this despite the price action, just because of the feelings. And this is where psychology becomes a really important part of trading, which again a lot of courses do not emphasize in. Now, in terms of our students, this is a very international approach. As you will see, there's a lot of students in Canada. I have some students in the US, even in Mexico, in Europe, in the UK, and in France. And the reason is because, you know, in order to be a trader, you don't really need to live in a specific country. If you have access to a decent connection of internet, and if you have a computer, you can basically do this anywhere in the world. Now, our core values are two. It's honesty and transparency. And again, this comes from my backstory, because I have been scammed before. I have paid for courses that they oversold, or they try to sell you something that's too good to be true, and it's not. It ends up that it's not what they tried to sell. You know, it's not real. So this is where honesty comes, because I'm not trying to sell you kind of like your financial freedom. You know, if you want to be a successful trader, you're gonna have to go through a lot of drawbacks. You have to go through a lot of experience in order to be able to be successful for the long run. So, in fact, a lot of the losses that you may have, you have to start seeing them kind of like business costs, right? If you are trying to open a business and you are new and you are learning, of course, you're gonna have to make some sacrifices in terms of monetary terms. Now, in terms of transparency, this is also something important, and this is again why my approach with other content, with free content, has been so focused. I have a podcast, you know, it's free if you want to listen to it, and the reason is because you have to be able to have a conversation with the people that want to join your course, right? With what you're giving as value, because what you will find out is that a lot of the companies, they just portray their marketing and that's it. You are not able to communicate with the people who are actually teaching, or with the people who created the course. They always have kind of like this barrier where you have to go through HR, or you have to go through a sales representative, and you never get to talk or hear from the actual person who's giving the course. So I think that's very important for a good business. Now, again, coming from a transparent and an honest approach, I have to give this disclaimer. And this disclaimer is not to scare you, because of course you need to understand that if you want to risk money, if you want to earn something, there's always an underlying risk. And when it comes to trading, of course you cannot expect, again, entering the market without having potential losses. So there is a high degree of risk involved in any type of trading, being, you know, in any type of industry, CFDs, and leverage trading is not suitable for all investors. Now, this is very important because past results are not indicative of future returns, as you will see in the course with backtesting, and TCE Trading and all affiliated individuals assume no responsibility for your trading and investment results. This is because you might, of course, do something completely different, and if you are investing or doing your own trading strategy, that's really up to you. And this is one of the advantages, or kind of like a double-edged sword scenario, where you have all kind of like this possibility of being independent and taking all the decisions, but you have to take responsibility on what you do. Now, please keep in mind that all comments made by TCE Trading should not be construed as investment advice regarding the purchase or sale of any financial asset. This course only reflects TCE Trading's experience and opinions. And this is very important, because one of the things that I really want to portray is you have to choose whichever market you are most interested in. You know, I won't be telling you you have to invest in this market, you have to purchase that market, or you have to do this. This is part of your education, which involves as well a little bit of external research on your own, so that you can decide for yourself what's best for you. In any case, traders, I will be covering more about the AB trading course in the following videos.